Hey guys, it's Diana here, and I'm with you today to make the Sunday sweats, the boys' Sunday morning sweats. And I'm excited because my son has been bugging me, not bugging me, lightly reminding me that I haven't sewn for him for a little while. So this is perfect for him, and I'm doing a cool, little theme, so he's gonna be excited about this. But I've already got my pants and everything cut out. I already started and did one leg of the short part and one leg of the pant part. So whatever I do to one leg, I'm going to do to the other one as well. But like I said, I already did it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pant legs together. And the hardest part of this whole situation is the fact that I'm doing stripes. And I am not the best at pattern matching, stripe matching. I'm not that great at that. So we're going to put them right side up. Sorry, that was the wrong way. Right side up. And I'm going to match them together. And I'm going to do my best to try to keep it even, but I know myself. I know I'm going to get off at some point. I think when I cut it right. I thought I did. But yet somehow, by the time I end up sewing it up, they don't usually match up. And it is the funniest thing because I made a sweater the other day, and it was striped. And I say the other day, it was a while ago. And it was striped, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. There's too many parts. I can't figure it out, blah, blah, blah. And wouldn't you know it, the one time I didn't plan it, the one time I said whatever, it came out perfect stripes. Like, it matched so perfectly, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh. But when I sit here and move the fabric lightly so it'll match up and everything like that, it doesn't end up matching. Now, my son doesn't care, so if for some reason it's not right on target, he'll be just fine. He'll be happy. Okay, so now I pinned the sides, the top one side, the outside, and then the inside, because here's my my crotch area. And so we're gonna go ahead and sew those sides. And I am serging, but you can use stretch stitch on your sewing machine if that's what you would like to do. I find that serging just makes me a lot more, gives me a lot of ease of mind, especially sewing for my boy, because he's gonna be running around like crazy, jumping, dancing, all these things. So I feel like, you know, serger usually can stand up to the test. Okay, so I'm sewing the two sides together, making sure that both sides are caught in there. Okay, now I already did that step on my other pant leg. So I did the same thing. I put them right sides together and I sewed the two sides on my other pant leg. I already did that. So we're gonna move on to the shorts legs. So right side up on my short, and put the other one right side on top of it. And I should have tried to match the stars, but I didn't. They're just random. I'm just hoping I don't do a really horrible pattern placement. I've seen some funny ones. I always have to be careful with that, with the patterns on your fabric. Okay, so I pinned the two sides as well, just like I did with the pants, the outer sides. So I'm going to go ahead and sew those raw edges. If you have a fabric that is similar, the front and the back, you might want to go ahead and mark it. That way you don't end up with one leg being the right side of the fabric and one leg being the wrong side of the fabric. But this fabric is really easy to tell what's the front and what's the back, so I'm good with that. Alright, So I've got my shorts. So now what we're gonna do is you move on to hemming the shorts. So you fold up 1/2 inch, and I am just eyeballing it because that's just what I do. I live on the edge, but you can go ahead and measure it. Make sure you're doing 1/2 inch. And I already hemmed I already sewed up my sides and hemmed my other short piece. And you want to do this because now you're going to put the short and the pant together. So you don't want to get stuck with unhemmed shorts. Now if you don't want to hem them because you're doing double brush poly or something, you feel like it doesn't need it, it's up to you. But right now is the time that you would hem. And like I said, it's 1/2 inch. And I am just eyeballing it. And I think I'm doing a little bit more than 1/2 inch. So let me move it up a little bit. I'm usually pretty good at eyeballing it, but sometimes not. If I'm doing something for somebody and sometimes I'm a little more careful, but I found that I'm pretty good judge of hem size, usually. You can do this with the hem with a stretch stitch or a double needle or your cover stitch. And guess what, guys? I am supposed to get a cover stitch in the mail sometime tomorrow. Finally gave in and got myself one, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to try it out. I'm gonna have to look up some tutorials. I'm so excited. I've heard it's life-changing, so I can't wait for it to change my life. So I've got mine hem. Okay, so now I'm going to tuck in. We'll start with the pant. I've got one pant leg is going to be inside out and one is going to be right side out. So here's one right side and this one's wrong side. So I'm going to stick my right side out leg in my wrong side out leg, if that makes sense, so that they can be facing right sides together. So the two right sides are touching each other. And I'm going to meet them there at the seam, in the middle seam. I'll pull these strings out. Okay, and pin. And then I'm going to go all the way around up to the top and pin at the top. Now I can see that these stripes are not matching, but you know what? It doesn't matter if they don't match at the top right here because they're going to be covered by my shorts that go on top. So it'll be fine. Okay, and now I'm going to go out to the other side. Remember, right sides together. So I'm matching the right sides. And don't look too closely at my cutting skills because I didn't use my rotary cutter for this when I cut this pattern up. I used my my scissors and I was a little wobbly. So there we go. Right sides together. And now we're going to go ahead and serge around that curve, the inside curve, okay? And we're serging we're serging them together, right sides together. Making sure you're catching all the fabric. Going all the way around. There. Alright, so that one's done. You can pull it out. And here they are. So now I'm going to do the same thing to my shorts. One is wrong side out, one is right side out, and I'm going to tuck that right side out one into the wrong side out one, and I'm going to meet the seam right sides together. I'm going to go out to one side. And then I'll go out to the other side. And pin. Now you can pin a lot more than I do, but I just do a little pin, and then I make sure I grab both edges as I'm going so that it's even. Okay. So like I make sure I grab the seam at the bottom and then with my fingers guide it so the two fabrics are still together. Just be careful that they're still together and not moving out underneath you. Moving out of the way under. Sometimes they tend to do that. Okay. So now I've gotten my shorts. Here we are. And now we're going to put them together. So I'm going to tuck in my pants, put them inside, right sides, both facing the right side, so right side to wrong side. And I'm going to go ahead and meet those seams, so my front seam and my side seams. So my pants and shorts are already quartered. I'm just meeting them together. My back seam and my side seam. And make sure that you've got your back seam of your pants with the back seam of your shorts. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the waistband because that's what I'm going to attach next. So I have my waistband. I'm folded in half, raw sides, match the raw sides right there. And I'm going to go ahead and serge together. Okay, and now I am going to fold in half, wrong sides together. Pin, wrong sides together, and we want to get all the raw edges matching. This is very thin fabric, and so I figure the under fabric, it wouldn't matter if it's a thin fabric. It's kind of nice because then he won't get super hot, because here doesn't get very cold. So it's nice to have a layer, but it's okay not to have something super thick. Okay, and I'm gonna quarter it. And how I do it is I usually put a little notch right there, but I still pin it because I'm gonna pin it to the pants. I don't want them to move too much. And then I'm gonna go out, meet the two middles and go out to the sides, and that's my quarter points. You know what? I don't need to mark them because I'm going to get in here right now. Okay, now I'm going to meet, I'm going to turn it right side up, raw side up, and I'm going to meet those dots, those marks. Now, I'm going to have to stretch the band a little bit as I'm attaching them. Not as I'm attaching them, like when I'm actually attaching them to the pants. I'm going to have to stretch a little bit. So make sure they're marked. Make sure you quarter them, because if you don't quarter them, then you might have more stretch on one side, less stretch on the other one. So that's why we quarter. So now last one is the back side. Okay. And I'll go ahead and start at the back side, and I'm going to go all the way around. See, serging those raw edges together. Now remember, there's going to be 4 layers of fabric, so you got to make sure that they're all caught on there. And because I'm going to be stretching, I'm going to go ahead and grab where that side is, that next pin, that mark, and slightly stretch the band. It doesn't have to stretch very much, it's just lightly stretch. And then I move the pin and I go to the next section. Lightly stretching and making sure you're catching all your fabric. Sometimes it likes to curl, so you got to make sure you pull it. Lightly stretching. You don't have to stretch very much at all, just light stretch. Here we go. And last part. These are going to be so fun. So my band is on. And my pants are on. Now I already cuffed one leg, but our last step is to cuff the legs. And my other cuff is around here somewhere. Here it is. Sorry guys, it fell. And we're doing the same thing we did with the waistband. We fold in half and we serge the raw edge. Zigzag stitch works, stretch stitch, and then let me cut that tail off because I'm gonna serge it on so I can cut it off. And now I'm gonna fold it wrong sides together. I'm gonna meet the seam and pin, and then I'm gonna make sure I fold it all the way. Raw sides touching at the top. There we go. Okay, now I've got my pant leg. I'm gonna fit my hand into that pant leg and I'm going to fit this band raw side up so that we can match the raw sides to my pant leg. So here's my seam. I always like to match the seam so I don't have two seams going different places. And make sure the seams, the raw sides are touching. I'm pinning the other seam, so you just kind of lightly stretch and make sure that they're all even. And now I'm going to go ahead and serge. And make sure that all the fabrics, see the one on the inside sometimes tends to try to roll out and hide from you. You want to make sure you got them all. You catch them. And you have to lightly stretch. Just lightly stretch that band. You don't have to stretch it too much, just lightly. Making sure they're all there. My cuff is on. I just have to go ahead and steam. See? That's what happens when you're not very careful. I was trying to rush. Okay, here we go. That's an easy fix. I just go around. That just means I'm going to have to tuck that tail in after I serge. So now I'm just going to go around and catch that piece of fabric that I didn't catch before. And then when I'm done, I'll have to tuck that tail in as well. But see, it's in. And that, my friends, is it. I finished my Sunday sweats. Oh, my son is gonna be so excited about these. He's gonna love them. So I hope you had a great time going along with me and making these Sunday sweats. Let me know if you have any questions. When you make yours, please post them on our Facebook page and our Instagram. We'd love to see it. Please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get see all our new sew-alongs that are coming along. and so we can reach lots more subscribers, and we'll be doing a giveaway here soon. So thank you for coming along, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!